Volver, a film written and directed by Spanish Oscar-winning director Pedro Almodovar. His past films have deemed controversial. However, in the words of Pedro Almodovar, Volver shows many universal themes of motherhood.
I have the experience that it's being understood everywhere. And I think it's because of that, because the emotion of, with your mother are the same everywhere. And this is something that, the relation with that you can understand. It doesn't matter the culture that you belong or the place or the language.
This film depicts 3 generations of women who experience traumatic events throughout their lives and in the present day of the film. Coping with their trials and tribulations, Raimunda, played by Penelope Cruz, and her daughter Paula find ways to cope with their intense circumstances, one of them being the murder of Paula's father. To go further into the film, Almodovar emphasizes on womanhood when dealing with heartfelt topics such as sexual abuse, death, and family affairs. In the film's plot, Raimunda and her mother are estranged from each other from the lack of awareness her mother had about the sexual abuse her father had put onto her. Her husband's affair created a diversion where Raimunda's mother deliberately faked her own death. Skipping to the present, their mother is now wanting to reconnect with her daughters. Unaware of her mother's return, Raimunda has found her mother's outfit in the guest room, causing the other sisters to distract her from looking underneath the bed.
¿Qué hace aquí esta bata? ¿Es de mamá? Ya lo sé. ¿Y el olor? ¿Qué olor? En el lavabo y aquí. Si es como si acabara de estar mamá pellándose a culo lleno. ¿No lo leéis vosotras? ¿Cómo se veía, por Dios?
Almodovar approaches mise-en-scene best when Paula shocks Raimunda with a dead husband. The lighting shows a dimly lit kitchen, creating a sense of isolation amongst the mother and daughter in their situation. Depicted in this small kitchen, the setting has the audience feeling a sense of isolation and loneliness after realizing they are now burdened with this traumatizing circumstance. The color red being a metaphorical and symbolic choice of costumery and style, with the 2 women in red outfits and Paco's hand being covered in his blood, caught red-handed. The acting performance given by Cruz gave the audience the same feeling Raimunda must be experiencing: shock, disgust with Paco, rage for Paula, and the chaos of how to take care of the disposal of the body. The staging of the scene gives the front end women the advantage since Paco's dead body is now below their standing living bodies. He's powerless, vulnerable, and literally dead. Almodovar's use of camera angles enhances the actresses' performance and their use of staging. He uses the bird-eye view, which provides the audience direction of the story development. Here we have Raimunda cleaning a knife, which foreshadows the same knife that kills Paco. This film serves as art because it impacts the human tenacity to keep moving forward, whatever life throws at you. These trials and tribulations only bring the mother and daughter closer to each other. The narrative form reflects Almodovar's voice, since the film depicts what the family goes through and correlates to how each character is developed through past actions. Mise-en-scene is used as another reflection of Almodovar's vision, since the symbolisms and metaphors used in this film are heavily surrounded by the color red. Red means life, death, love, and everything else a family has to go through to continue to survive. Lastly, Almodovar's use of cinematography amplifies the actual narrative, the strong female leads, and creates overall depth for his audiences.
Pero el viajero que huye, tarde o temprano detiene su andar. Y aunque el olvido que todo lo destruye haya matado mi vieja ilusión, guardo escondida y una esperanza humilde que es toda la fortuna de mi corazón. Volver